Here's something you really don't hear too much about how upside down and backwards people's mentality is. Give you an example. Person I live with, they own the home. I remember she had quite a few cars. And I always used to tell her, you need to get copies of your keys for your cars, at least triplicates. What she would do is she just had two copies. She had the original set and the duplicated set. And what she would do is she would take the duplicate and just hang it in the kitchen on a hook. And I was like, that's not the purpose of having a duplicate key. The purpose of having a duplicate key is to carry that key on your person, meaning in your pocket, on your person, in your pant pocket. Because in case you lock the key in the car, what are you going to do? She didn't listen. This went on a million times. Well, I got a call one day. Oh, I locked my key in the car. Could you come get me? It was like 25 minutes away. And then another time. Oh, I locked my key in the car. Oh, I told her, at what point are you going to, is this going to register with you that you need to carry the copy on your person? Oh, the purpose of a copy of a key is to keep it in your kitchen. So, she lived in one state and one of her family lived like about 6 hours away. And I said, well, what happened if you locked your key in the car out there? Oh, I'll call AAA. So what's the purpose of having the copy for? To hang it in the kitchen. I'm like, okay. This is why it's so easy for this cult to control everybody. There's no intelligence. There's no common sense. Nothing. It's just devoid. And it doesn't have to be that way. This is what happens when you take orders and you take advice and you listen to what they say and follow their directions and their instructions. This is what happens when you are taught and told by them and you take it at face value as being the absolute, unequivocal, irrefutable, undebatable truth. This is what happens when you actually allow them to control you. Okay, what? Okay, this is what we're doing. We're doing this now, but last week we weren't. Okay, well, I'll do that now. And then next week it'll be something else, and then I'll follow with that too, because I can't think for myself. That's exactly what's going on. And it's been that way for years, man. Not so much when I was a kid, people were a lot more intelligent because you didn't have the internet, frying and frazzling your brain cells. And people just stare at the phone all day long and just rotting themselves from the inside out. But I just bring this to your attention that, just common sense. If you've got a car and they have two sets of keys, one is to be carried on your person in case you lock the other set in the car. Because what are you going to do? If you lock the set in your car and let's say you live 6 hours away, that key in your kitchen ain't going to do no good. If you want to roll that way, then get a triplicate. Carry a key on your person, one you have, and then hang one in the kitchen. That's what I told her. Nope, never registered. In one ear, out the other. I remember one time in the living room, there was a leak from the upstairs window in the back bedroom, and I opened the ceiling. And I said, here's your leak right here. She just was like, nah. I said, it's coming from the window. I could see it. Oh, no. Right? So 4 years later, somebody else told her, oh, the leak's coming. And then she was like, oh, I was like, wow, it was just crazy. Some people, they're just out of their mind. They're literally out of their mind. They just live in this world that's just like, I can't even explain it. And then when the TV comes on to go tell them to pokey, they're like, oh, they take off. They don't question. I'm like, oh, yeah, here you go. Roll them up. Don't bother telling me what's in it. I don't need to know because I trust you. Oh, I have to sign a waiver in case I die? Sure. Okay, pump me up. I don't even want to know what's in it. I trust you. Seriously? You put way too much faith in evil. You shouldn't put any faith in evil. That system is evil from the core, from the bottom to the top, all the sides, all around. There's nothing about that system that has any semblance of light, and they don't care about you. They don't care about you. They never did. They never will. And they're getting more brazen as time goes on. So I'm just saying, just a little tiny amount of proactive autonomous intelligence, common sense, logic, inductive and deductive reasoning. Just a little bit of prudence and pragmatism, that goes a long way, man. Instead of Facebook, how about a real book? I'm not talking an ebook. I'm talking an actual physical book you hold in your hand, you smell the pages, and you can actually feel it. Crack open a real book instead of staring at your cell phone all day long. Absolutely. Go back to old school, man. Because the way this is going here, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are going to be in an insane asylum. The way they're just circling it, your brain like a blender. It's just going to be pulverized puree, man. That's what they're doing. I when I have conversations with people, they can't establish and maintain eye contact. They can't stop staring at their phone. And if you can get 2 words out of them, it's always media based. Video games, Hollywood, who's sleeping with whom, all kinds of garbage. What's going on with the political puppet show? You know, the orange man is going to come and save the world. This is the same guy that signed this country over to FEMA 4 years ago. If you don't believe me, check the video. FEMA owns, operates, and controls this country, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fall asleep on that, because that guy signed this country over to FEMA. Yes, he did. That was all staged stuff. It was just an exercise. They even said it on the TV. This was just an exercise 4 years ago for something else they have planned in 2030. You know? Just telling you straight. But anyway, think for yourself. You know, educate yourself. Stop listening to them. Connect with the source. Open your intuitive passages. That allows you guidance in the world that's not going to mislead you, misdirect you, or lie to you. Your angels will not lie to you. Your demons will, and your demons are connected to that system. Absolutely. They are the intermediary through which those malevolent entities and energies enter your subconscious mind and control your reality. Don't believe otherwise. This is all metaphysical, man. It's stuff you can't sense. These are things that defy the limitations of your 5 physical senses. That's right. You cannot sense them because your 5 physical senses are limited in their scope, in their measure, and their capacity, and their ability to detect things. Your 5 senses are only meant to interact with this world. That's what connects you to experiences, so you can, observe them, encounter them, interact with them, and be one with them through your feelings and emotions, which, by the way, are metaphysical energies. But anyway, I'm going to cut the video short and saying, just, do a turnaround. Stop following the herd, because it's a culling of the herd soon. Trust me. They're going to start clipping all of you off very soon. Unless everybody just decides to say, nope, I'm not having it. I'm not going to be reading from this book and believing it anymore. I'm going to burn the book and I'm going to write my own. And I'm going to lead myself and not follow anyone anymore. That's why you never seek a path of least resistance. You create a path of resistance-free energy. And you are the only one that ambles upon it, my friend. God bless you.